The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Robert McFadden. It is my pleasure to be here. Welcome to today's webinar. We are going to be talking about a company called Wake Up Now. Now, I have had a little bit of experience in the industry in the past, and for those of you that don't know, I'll give you a brief one-minute overview. I have formerly been the president of a direct sales company that we started from scratch in 2009 that we ultimately developed and built up over the next 2 years to 22,000 independent reps, 175,000 customers, and $205 million in revenue. That company was based in the Northeast, and it was a great pleasure to work with those individuals. I have many fond memories at that time in my life. I ran that company as president for the last year that I was there. I left to start a company called Solivay, which was my next foray into the corporate side of relationship marketing, where I was co-founder and head of sales. And we arguably had one of the most amazing launches in relationship marketing history. We had put in over 100,000 individuals in our first 6 months, close to 200,000 by the end of our first year. It was an amazing process. I enjoyed my time there as well. However, I left that company to expand, if you will, kind of my horizons as it relates to the relationship marketing industry. Now, that was my 4-year stint in the corporate realm. I did spend 11 years in the field building teams in 2 different occasions in 2 different companies of over 20,000 individuals. So I have a great love of the industry, and for those of you that know me, you know that's to be the case. Let me give you a little bit of background on my family. I've been in relationship marketing for 20 years. I started in 1993. The very first USANA meeting was held in my front room. I can tell you that I had never been introduced to relationship marketing prior to that day, and when I sat there and watched my then brother-in-law draw circles on a whiteboard and explain to me the power of leverage, I was hooked. And when you overlay the idea that it's built on the premise or the foundation of relationships and the people that you care about, it was quite amazing to see how fast I fell into the love of the relationship marketing and the industry. Fast forward a little bit, and I spent 11 years in the field and 4 years in corporate, as I mentioned, but that was not by myself. In fact, one thing I've learned in relationship marketing, that you're never building it by yourself. When you're building a relationship marketing company, it has to be a team effort and a family effort, or at least a family commitment. And so my family, my beautiful wife of 18 years and my 6 great kids, we all got together when I was starting this next run, and I said, look, I'm going to be committed for the next 6 months, head down, building in pure build mode as I am on what's called an executive run. And so as I'm on an executive run, my family has to commit to that process as well. And so I want you to understand, when I say I'm all in, it literally means I'm all in. My entire family is behind me on this, and we are working together as a team for me to accomplish this next run, because this I want to be my one and done. I want to be involved in Wake Up Now, and I want to be here focused and building a team well into the next decade. I love this industry, and I'm proud to be associated with it. Now, we have created a team premise. Now, just so you understand a little bit about our team and the ideology behind our team, the important thing to understand is that this is a team. There's not one person that's more important than the next, and there's not one goal or objective that the team has that's not taking into consideration the benefit of its members. And so I want to explain to you a little bit behind our team and where I came up with this idea. So I grew up in a blue-collar family. I realized very young that I didn't want to be a blue-collar worker. I didn't want to use my back and my arms to be able to generate revenue for my family, because I also read a book as I was going through school on my path to becoming a white-collar worker, that as you employ the different strategies, either blue collar or white collar, effectively blue collar using their body to make their money and white collar using their mind to make their money. I learned really early that blue-collar workers get paid a lot less. As a general rule, you get paid a lot less money for your effort, although physically it's much more demanding than someone, say, goes into a white-collar profession. And so as I sat there and I went through the process of becoming educated by the world standards, did an undergraduate degree in sales and marketing and did a postgraduate degree, a graduate degree in business from Johns Hopkins University. And so when I got my MBA, and I remember graduating, the day I graduated, my wife was there, and it was an amazing day for me. It felt like a great accomplishment. However, what I realized is after I got out of school and got into the corporate lifestyle, I didn't enjoy riding a desk any more than I would have enjoyed riding a tractor. And so the idea behind relationship marketing and all the experience that I'd had in the industry, if I wanted to create an opportunity for people to live a no-collar lifestyle. So there's blue collar, there's white collar, and there's no collar. In fact, we're called Team No Collar because we want people to become no-collar professionals. And that is someone, in short, who owns their time and who owns their finances. I want to help people and empower people to be time and financially free. I have experienced both of those in my short 42 years. I've experienced times in my life where I have been both time-free and financially free, but I have never been both at the same time. And so that is the premise behind the company, or behind our team. So if you have even a remote interest in being financially free or time-free and not bound by the rules of the masses, then come join our team and let's work together and let's focus on helping you achieve your goals, both time and financial goals. So as I was going through this process, I really wanted to take people to the next level. And what that meant to me was, I'm willing to help you go to the next level, but you have to ask yourself, am I ready to go to the next level? It is extremely important to me that I work with somebody who is focused on their own commitment. I can never want it more for you than you want it for yourself. And so as you participate in Team No Collar, and as you participate in Wake Up Now, and you follow our process, it is not only possible, but it's likely that many of you on this particular webinar this morning who have taken time, energy, and effort to be on this call and to invite others to this call, that you yourself can, in fact, achieve not only $500, not only $2,500, but even up to $5,000 residual income with the next 90-day sprint. So we would call that a Founder 5 run. Now, myself personally, I'm on what's called an executive run. I've set a goal. I've got a whiteboard in my office that I've sketched all of this out, and I know exactly what I need to do in order to get to my goal. And the way that I get there is by helping as many of you who have a desire to become a Founder 5 and get to 5,000, or a Founder 4 and get to 2,500. Whatever your goals are, I want to help you get there. Now, I will never build your business for you, but I promise you I will match you effort for effort, stride for stride in helping you build your dream, because I will always work with you. So if you're ready to take it to the next level, you have to understand, what are the possibilities? The possibilities come down to the fact that we all choose a vehicle. And that vehicle is what you are riding to your future. That vehicle is what you choose to get to your goal. So if you wanted to become a cashier, for example, you can be the best cashier in the world, but you're never going to make more than 16 or 18 bucks an hour, because that's the vehicle you chose. If you wanted to be a plumber, great. You make 60, 80 bucks an hour. But that's the kind of the ceiling of the vehicle that you've chosen. Same with doctors and lawyers. I mean, they're still trading time for money. Yeah, you add a zero to that number. Instead of 20 bucks, they're making 200 bucks. Or instead of 60 bucks, they're making 600 bucks. But it's still trading time for money. You don't show up, people stop paying you. It's crazy how that works. But what we're doing is we are employing the secrets of the wealthy. The goal is we are going to leverage the things that wealthy people do. Now, wealthy people don't have an answer to everything. Have you ever heard that money doesn't buy happiness? I mean, I've heard it too, but it sure makes things a lot easier. And that is something that I have an absolute desire to do, is not only live by those principles, but also help teach those principles. So I want you to imagine yourself living by those rules as well. It is important that you yourself see yourself in a position where you can, in fact, live by those rules. And when I say live by those rules, I'm talking about rules of financial wit and financial intelligence. And we're going to talk about that here in just a second. Because the founders of the company, Troy Muhlstein and Richard Smith, Richard there on the left and Troy there on the right, partnered together and created the concept of Wake Up Now. And I'm going to share with you very shortly on the principles in which they founded the company. Very amazing and very employable for every one of us to participate in. The gentleman on the right, his name is Kirby Cochran, and he's the CEO of the company. And I've had the occasion over the last few months to spend hours and hours and hours with this man and his staff. And I am so deeply impressed by how not only how wicked smart they are from a business perspective, but also beyond how smart they are, but more importantly, how interested they are in the success of the individual business owner. The individual person who owns a company, who's building their business within inside the greater Wake Up Now business, each of us little independent business owners are on top of mind for them when they're making decisions. And I can tell you that I sat in the quiet corners of Kirby's office as I listened to him do conference calls and take phone calls from people, and just watching him make decisions in those quiet times was very impressive. So I can vouch for these three gentlemen as truly good-hearted individuals who have our best interest in mind. Now, the company is approximately 4.5 years old, and not only 4.5 years old, but the company is already in that $100 million revenue mark. It's extremely impressive to me that anybody who develops a company can get to $100 million in revenue, but you know, it's really important that we understand that the company is well funded on their own. It's not that they're not having to go out and find money to pay reps. They're not having to go out and find money to start a new product line or a new service. They're very focused and have the funds to be able to develop the company in the way that they need to. Now, many of you may have come from a product-based background, and others of you may have come from a service-based background. Now, I personally have experience in both. While I was in the field, I worked solely and specifically with products companies with one small exception. Now, when I was at the corporate level, I worked in companies that only had services. And so the difference is the tangibility or the intangibility of what you're offering. Physical products, you pay auto ship, you ship those products, you consume or retail those products on a monthly basis. Those of you that are in a service-based company, you are providing something that traditionally is habitually used and oftentimes unconsciously consumed, like energy or mobile or satellite or cable. There's a lot of different companies out there that offer services that fall into that kind of essential category. Well, the nice thing about Wake Up Now is we offer both physical products and services, and we'll talk a little bit more about those in just a second. Now, this is probably one of the best statistics that I found when I was working with the company and developing the idea on whether or not I wanted to participate. So when I looked at the fact that they already had 100,000 customers, I was very impressed that meant to me that there's a lot of people out there that are consuming their product, that find value in their product outside and independently of wanting to build a business. Also, to have 35,000 active independent business owners, to me that screams that, hey, there's money to be made here, because the people that join this as a business, the vast majority of those individuals want to do this as a business because they see that there is a potential for them to make money. I chose relationship marketing as a profession because, like the vehicles I was talking to you about before, the cashier, the plumber, the doctor, those are all trading time for money. Well, the vehicle of relationship marketing is unlimited in its capacity to generate wealth and time freedom. And so for me, to have 35,000 active independent business owners already employing the strategies of this company, already making money with this company, that was really all the statistics I needed to see to be convinced that this was a place that I could grow and develop a business for myself. Now, I want you to be able to improve your life financially because that's important to me. But the reason it's important to me is because I have learned and studied the financial habits of the wealthy. Now, those habits are what this company was founded upon. So Troy and Richard, who founded the company, who founded Wake Up Now, they employed the strategy, the 4 different strategies. They sat down and they were hammering it out amongst themselves about really what did they want the premise of the company to be, what do they want the foundation of the company to be, and on what belief systems and what services do they want to build a company. And so this is what they came up with. They wanted everybody to be able to spend less money on the things that they're currently buying. And you guys know as well as I do, having just gone through Christmas, we spend money, and we spend a lot of it. But we don't just spend it at Christmas time. We spend it every single day. We're always buying something. We're buying school supplies. We're buying electronics. We're buying all sorts of different things that we need just for daily consumption and daily use. So that was premise number 1. Let's found a company that helps people spend less money. Let's also found a company that helps people eliminate debt. Let's help people get out of debt, because what's more financially savvy than not paying high interest to somebody else? There's very few things we can do in our lives that we control that help us feel free. Well, getting out of debt is one of those. And so they wanted to found a company that allowed people to get out of debt, to pay less in interest, and eliminate the shackles that come along with high interest debt. The next is eliminating, or at minimum decreasing, your tax liability. Now, your tax liabilities are oftentimes in America your second largest expenditure. You've got your mortgage that you're paying, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, whatever thousand a month on your mortgage, and then you have your tax burden, which in the average American's life is approximately $38 out of every 100 you earn. So we are, in fact, in partnership and in league with the U.S. government. We don't have a choice. We go out and work, and the government says, hey, we need a piece of that in order to run this machine. So in order to legally decrease our tax burden, if not completely eliminate it, the government has allowed what are called tax breaks, tax write-offs, or tax loopholes. These are legal options that business owners can employ to help alleviate some of the quote-unquote burden that is placed upon them by having to pay out an exorbitant amount of the revenue they earn toward taxes. So decreasing your tax burden, that's another area we're going to talk about. And then finally, making more money. What is more financially savvy than making more money than you're currently making? Now, all of those 4 combined in league, working together in unison, allow the average individual to become more financially fit. And that is all we're building the company on, or excuse me, that was all that the company was originally founded upon, was that premise. So let's talk about spending less on most of the things you already buy. Now, I'm talking about groceries. My wife just came in today and said, hey, we need to make a Costco run because we're out of food. Well, you know what? Every time I go to Costco with 6 kids, I'm walking out of there. My bill is between $300 and $700. It just depends on what crazy things going on in our lives during that time. But we spend money on groceries. A cell phone, every one of us has a cell phone. I'm going to share with you a strategy here that makes that cell phone actually an income generator as opposed to an income, but instead of costing you money, it's actually going to make you money. Also, dining out. Not everybody goes out to eat every day, but I guarantee you that every one of us on this call is going to have to eat sometime, at least once in the last month. We just spend money as we go out and dine out. Now, as running a household, I have a lot of kids, so I'm buying shoes and clothes and stuff all the time. But every one of us go to movies. Every one of us go out and buy things, a new headset, a VCR, that was great, a DVD player, a Blu-ray, something that helps us make life more convenient for ourselves. So we're always buying things. So why not spend less on those things? Now, there is entire companies that have built their entire premise around the ideology of spending less on what you currently buy. There's Lioness. There was a company called Retail Benefits. There was a company back east that was called Shop to Earn. The whole concept, people love the idea of buying things for less. If they already have to buy them, why not just spend less for it? So we have over 6,000 retailers that are a part of our marketplace, and our marketplace allows you to get cash back and spend less on the things that you're already buying. So amazing benefit as part of our team package, as part of our company value proposition. But in addition to the marketplace, the company has what's called select products. Now, there's a lot of companies out there. My family was definitely involved in the formation and growth of some of the most successful relationship marketing companies ever to be. My family was involved in starting a company called USANA. The very first USANA meeting was in my front room. There was 9 of us there. That same brother-in-law at the time went on to start a company called Monavie. Monavie was the fastest direct sales company to $1 billion in sales. So these are products-based companies. Whatever your product is, they ship a physical product, and some people just love that model. So Wake Up Now sat down and went, okay, we started on this service product in helping people get out of debt. Created a marketplace, created a series of virtual products that I'm going to share with you here in a second. But they also started to create physical products for the people and the individuals to come from other companies in the industry who have, for whatever reason, become disaffected or disassociated with their existing company or their original company, and they're looking for a home, a place to build, and they want to be able to do it in a way that they feel like they're doing something they're already comfortable with. So the company came out and created an energy drink line. They created a healthy coffee line for those Organo Gold people out there, the energy drink for the Vima people and the Monavie people out there. Then they created a skincare line for those that are disinterested or disaffected from other companies like Melaleuca or Amway or Miriam. There's a ton of companies out there that build and have products in the skincare realm. So Wake Up Now has a series of select products that are physical, tangible products that you can also participate in. So here's one of the products that fall under the category of the select products, even though it's not a physical product. It's definitely interesting to me. Those of you that understand a little bit about my background, you understand that I've spent a couple of years in telecom. And when I saw this particular piece of the Wake Up Now product portfolio, I noticed, well, hey, I know a lot of AT&T people. Now, I know a lot of those people that are paying $100 plus on their bill. Well, just for becoming a Wake Up Now member, you get a discount of 22% off your existing AT&T bill. So if you're paying $100, why? Join Wake Up Now, pay $22 less. Only pay $78 for your AT&T bill. That is not insignificant. And so I appreciate very much the value of this particular piece, the Wake Up Now mobile concept, if you will. Now, not to steal any thunder, but stay tuned for some announcements that are coming out where you might see this piece broaden greatly in terms of how the company is approaching this category or this industry of mobile. Stay tuned. Next, let's talk briefly about cutting your debt. We talked about this as being one of the 4 pillars of financial strategy that allows you to become more financially fit, if you will. So this particular strategy is called cutting your debt. Now, I am a huge believer in having no debt. I'm not there yet. I would love to live my life with no debt. And I'm talking not just credit cards. I'm talking owning my cars, all of my cars. I'm talking about owning a home. I'm talking about owning a cabin. Whatever debt in your life that you have accrued or you anticipate accruing in the future, why not make that as minimal as possible? And so the company has a personal financial management software that the average individual can participate in Wake Up Now, plug in all of their income and their debts into this particular software, and it will walk you through a strategy of eliminating your debt in 7 to 10 years, and that includes your mortgage. To me, that's a very impressive piece to the plan. Next, decrease your personal tax burden. Now, we've talked about, okay, I get the idea of paying less in taxes, but who pays less in taxes than I do? I mean, I'm doing my best to pay less in taxes, but who pays less? Well, the wealthy pay less. And so then we talked about starting out employing the strategies, if you will, of the wealthy. One of those strategies is take advantage of the over 450 tax deductions that are legally a part of our U.S. tax code. In order to do that, the company has created a program called TaxBot. They use TaxBot as a decrease your tax liability platform, if you will. So it is as simple as installing an app on your phone. When you want to make a trip, because your app is installed on your phone, your cell phone now becomes a tax preparation device. Now, the fact that your phone is a tax preparation device, it means it's a write-off. not just the cost of the device, but the monthly overhead. So that in and of itself right there almost pays for your entire subscription to Wake Up Now. You want to add an expense on a particular business trip? The TaxBot actually links into your GPS, so as you start driving on that trip, it starts calculating the miles that you're using and equates them into the deductions. You want to eat dinner on that trip, you take a picture of your receipt, it adds it to that file. You can see here that my sponsor, Jerry Foster, has now, since he joined Wake Up Now and has been using TaxBot, he has over $81,000 worth of write-offs. Now imagine at the end of the year when you go to prepare your taxes and you give this printout to your tax preparer, and now all of a sudden you've got $81,000 worth of write-offs against your current income. To me, it's just smart business. This alone more than pays for your subscription to Wake Up Now. So decreasing your tax burden, now that you understand how to decrease your tax burden, one of the strategies to use, and you've implemented the snowballing of your debt, so you get out of debt in 7 to 10 years and pay less and less in high interest. Imagine if you did get out of debt in 7 to 10 years as opposed to a 30-year mortgage, you're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest expenses alone. The best part about this is you're now learning how to take advantage of the tax code as opposed to the tax code taking advantage of you. It's about time you're able to keep more of what you earn, and that's the simple premise on which Wake Up Now was formed. So remember, it's not all about money. You have to remember to have fun. So one of my most favorite things on the planet is having fun. I love to travel. In fact, our family motto is work hard, play hard. My family knows how to work. My kids know how to do chores. I'm teaching them how to balance checkbooks. I'm trying to give them the skills and the skill sets that they need to go out and be successful as adults in America. Well, I have to teach them as well how to have fun in the process. And so traveling to me is one of the most valuable things that we have done as a family. I've taken my boys to Brazil. We planted trees in the Amazon. I've taken my wife to Machu Picchu, and we've hiked. We as a family have been skiing. It's an amazing thing to remember. It's not all about work. You have to have fun as well. So as part of Wake Up Now, we actually have access to the Vacation Club. Now, the Vacation Club is just what it is in a short elevator speech. The Vacation Club is we at Wake Up Now have access to over 2 million of unused rentals, 2 million weeks a year of unused rentals, vacation rentals. And these are 3, 4, and 5-star resorts and hotels. So I was doing some research the other day online, and I came across this particular deal, if you will. This particular condo was $1,159 for the week, and through the Vacation Club, I could have got it for $149. Now, it didn't happen to be in a location that I was interested in. I was just cruising around for the difference in prices at that particular time. However, look at this one. The week between Christmas and New Year's, my original plan was to take my family to Utah and go skiing. However, I joined Wake Up Now on December 17th, so it's been a little over 2 weeks since I joined the company. And in participating in that, I was looking at condos and cabins and stuff in the Park City area. This particular one was $2,977 for a 5-star resort in Park City, Utah, and I could have got it through the Vacation Club for $399. To me, it's just smart business. If you're going to play and going to have fun, you might as well spend less and turn it into a business trip and be able to write off the expenses as a part of that, because you're always going to be talking to people about your business, about Wake Up Now. You're going to be talking to people about the value of saving money and paying less in interest and getting out of debt and traveling for fun, and it turns it into a business trip. So our goal is to teach you to live your life more financially fit. So one of the ways to do that is making more money. So our objective is to help you make more money. So let's talk a little bit about the comp plan. There is a $100 subscription fee to join Wake Up Now in the team strategy that we've employed. So as part of Team NoCollar, it's a $100 subscription per month. Now, not a bunch of products are going to be shipped to your home and for you to consume or retail, but these are for the virtual financial services that are on as part of your $100. Everything I explained is a part of your $100 subscription fee. Now, keep in mind the Vacation Club does have a one-time $90 fee. So the very first time you use it, instead of saving a lot of money, you'll save a lot of money, less $90. So just pay that when you use it for the very first time. Other than that, it sits there and waits in ready for you. So let's talk about the comp plan. When you get in that $100 subscription fee that you pay to join, we have created in our process what's called the Founders Challenge. Now, this is a team bonus. This is like a team fast start bonus. It's worth $100 to you. So by participating in our team, here's how it works. You get in to Wake Up Now, you invest your $100. You get 3 people to join. If you do that within 14 days, your up team, not the company, but your up team is going to pay you back your $100 investment. So now you're in business for free. And all you have to do is get 3 people within 14 days to join. We have a little registration form online that you go to our team site and you register for this. And as soon as you get your 14 within, or your three people within 14 days, your team sends you back the $100. So now you're in business for free. But the comp plan kicks in, and now the company is paying you $100 a month, which washes out your $100 subscription. So not only do you get your money back and you're in business for free, you now no longer have any monthly obligation whatsoever. And to me, it's just crazy talk to be able to be in business for free and have no monthly obligation, no money out of pocket for the foreseeable future, all by getting 3 people to join you in business. Now, you're not going to stop there. The goal is to get in, get free, but how fast can I get to $500? Well, the compensation plan is second to none. And when I say second to none, I'm literally talking there's not another better compensation plan out there. Because for 12 people, as you see here, for 12 people in your business, the company's going to pay you $600. They're going to take back the $100 for the subscription fee, which is a net $500 to you. So get in, get 3, help them get their 3. Within 30 days, you're making $500 a month, and you have no ongoing expenses to run your business outside of what you choose as far as business cards or banners or anything like that. So for 12 people, you're now making a net $500 to you. Find 3 who can get 3 within 14 days, and you're in the $500, or you're in the what's called the 600 club. Pretty amazing. Now, as this process duplicates, get in, get 3, teach them to get 3. And remember, they just do the same thing. They get in, they get 3, and they teach their 3 to get 3. And as the process duplicates, here's what I want you to see. With as little as 111 people, you're making $2,500 a month to you. As that starts to duplicate out, at 222 people, you're making $5,000. Now, I recently saw a comp plan change from a company that in order to make $5,000 a month, you have to have 5,000 people in your organization. 5,000 to make $5,000. Compare that to Wake Up Now, which plan has been in place for 4.5 years and has already proven to be very generous to the independent business owners. With 222 people, you can make $5,000. Well, it goes from there. 444 makes $8,000, and 888 makes $14,000. So for less than 1,000 people in your business, and I know a lot of people on this call have built businesses in other relationship marketing companies to well over 1,000 people and weren't making even 2,500, let alone 14,000. So it doesn't stop there. That's as far as I take it to show you. But here's a little one-pager of the compensation plan that's available on one of our team websites. This is available on One Train. Wake Up Now, One, W-U-N, Train, T-R-A-I-N. OneTrain.com, and you can see the copy of the compensation plan. And you see here that as you advance in rank from Founder 3, which is 600, the 600 residual, the 600 club, remember, less than $100 subscription, that's net $500 to you. That's $50 per independent business owner in your business. To me, that's just crazy talk. The company is willing to pay you out $50 per subscriber is just phenomenal. And as you go down, you can see I took it all the way down to the 14,000 mark, which is Founder 7. You can see that there. I told you I'm on an executive run, which means I've got my head down and focused until I hit executive. And the only way for me to get there is to help as many of you get to Founders 4, 5, and 6 as I can. So I'm in this. You're in it. We're in it together. Let's go to work. As you see, the comp plan caps out at approximately, I don't know, it's over $1 million a year, which is pretty crazy. So it's definitely got the high-end strategy for those that really want to build a business, and it's got a low-end strategy for people who just want to make an extra $500 to $2,500 a month. So to wrap it up, let's recap. My goal is to get you in, help you get 3 who can help 3 in 14 days. Find 3 who can get 3 within 14 days, and you're at the 500 club literally within 30 days. To me, that's very impressive, especially with the value and the quality of products and services that we offer as a company. So what's next? I want you to get together with the individual who invited you on this call. I want you to think, you know what, do I deserve to have time and financial freedom? And if you can't answer yes to that, and I want you to really analyze whether you can answer yes to that. I want you to ask yourself the question, do I deserve time and financial freedom? If the answer is yes, then join us. I want you also to ask yourself the question, do I already currently employ the strategies that Rob is talking about? If the answer is yes, great. Come teach them to others. Come join us. And if the answer is no, then get in here, get learning, and get implementing so that you can become more financially fit. Get back to the individual who invited you. They had enough respect for you to call in and invite you to be on this webinar. I want you to have them send you your link, their link, and then join as a preferred customer at minimum, because that's free, and you can use products and services, purchase products and services, save money, that's great. But more importantly, if you want to build a business, you want to be a part of our team, we'd love to have you. $100 subscription, go get your 3 people within 14 days, get your $100 back, help them get their 3 people, and you're in the 500 club. God bless America. It is great to be with you. We'll be having future webinars. Please check the Facebook group. Once you join our team, you'll see all the Facebook posts as to what's going on next. Look forward to working with you in the future. Have a great day, and God bless.